All right. Yes. Well, you know, I'm not doing this to be messy, but I did see the interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and Meghan is clowning. Meghan is clowning like a motherfucker. The one thing that I did see in Meghan that, nobody paid attention to or nobody's talking about is her. She low key got angry when they were talking about her being a narcissist. When Oprah said that, and Oprah was like, "Whoa, I'm just saying what they're saying in the papers." She calmed down really quick because she was about to go there. She was like, "Well, what are they? You know what I mean?" So yeah, low key, she probably she's hot headed. As far as the monarchy being racist, I can't. They're saying that they're not racist, and with all good intentions, they are probably not. But inherently, colonialism and all of that, inherently, the systematic um, institution is inherently racist. Um, it is. I mean, even when, okay, like talking about the skin color thing, they probably weren't intending to be racist, but they brought it up and they talked about it. Um, I don't think Megan should have got mad at that. I wouldn't have gotten angry about it if my husband told me that. And nor would I have mentioned it in an interview where I didn't even want to name names of who said what and when and why. So it was a low key bit messy right there. But Megan was being messy, and she was being messy on purpose. Um, they must have did her real dirty for her to come out and be like, you know what, f these people. And the reason why she didn't disrespect the queen or people's parents or anything like that is because that's still his family. She can't disrespect his family. She was talking about the institution itself, the job, the role as being a duchess, being Duchess Meghan, and how they treated her, not being able to have security, telling her that she couldn't go out. Now here's the thing. I do think they was telling her not to go out and oversaturate herself, because she was under such scrutiny, and everything she did would have been talked about. So they were probably telling her, nah, you're like oversaturated. People are talking about you. People will insinuate and assume things, and we just don't need that drama in the monarchy type. I think, that's what was going on there. I mean, that only makes sense. Because she was even low key trying to say that, when Harry wasn't here, it's midnight and I can't go out. Meghan want to go out and party. Meghan still want to be Meghan. Meghan wasn't free to do what Meghan wanted to do, and that's why Meghan was out. She just, it wasn't her lifestyle. She's an outgoing person. She's outgoing. She's not earthy. You know what I mean? Stay at home type. The reason I think Homegirl can handle it. Her sister, Meghan's sister in law, William's wife, can handle it because she's like earthy. She's down to earth. She's a Capricorn. Um, and so she knows how to keep herself grounded even when things. Well, I don't know. I'm just assuming. She be looking like she going crazy and frazzled too. And I do understand that being in that kind of job is like hardcore. It's a high profile job where you don't have to do anything but wave and go and walk and talk and do all these things to people. And yes, you are exhausted. Um, the interview was explosive, but it was also very like benign. It wasn't a real nasty tell all about the royals. It was more telling of how their roles were being played. I do think Megan was clowning her ass off though, and she's funny as fuck. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but when she was talking about how they got 3 days, they married 3 days before the actual wedding, and she named the pastor's name, and then William laughed. It's because I don't think that was his real name. And Megan was low key saying a lot of things that wasn't real, or she was speaking in a lot of code, is what I'm saying. That only her and Harry got. So it was a lot of code being spoke. She was clever about not spilling the beans about certain things. She knew not to fucking open her mouth about the queen. So kudos to that. She was clowning though. Meghan was low key clowning. She clowned the press. She clowning the people. She clowned Oprah a little bit. You know, Oprah was clowning her. So they exploited each other. They certainly did. And then Oprah got her big mouth on camera the next day to talk about it with her friend on TV. Like, these ain't nothing but some gossiping, cackling hoes. So Oprah exploited her. She exploited Oprah. But Meghan was feisty. I could see what they were talking about, but I'm feisty. And so, people are always trying to go to the big man and tell the big man that they scared of me and I'm intimidated only because I tell the truth and I look you dead in the eye. I don't rag on anybody or, like throw my shoulders or my weight around, none of that. But it's, when you're truthful and honest and you look people in the eye, it's kind of hardcore. It really is. So kudos to Meghan for clowning. She got her clown on, and that's because, they did her dirty and she was getting them back. And as far as like the racist thing, yeah, it's inherently racist. It just is. So that's not a surprise to me that, she was saying the monarchy is racist. They're a bunch of white people. They've like conquered countries, African countries. Like, come on now, like, come on. It's inherently racist. So now bringing them to the whatever century we're in right now, the 21st century, they do need to have, they wouldn't be asking like crazy politically incorrect questions like what color the baby's skin's going to be if they did interact more with black people. You know what I mean? If you're not racist, hire black people that aren't, just get to know more about, your black counterparts or whatever. Or even just being, poor people, not black people, poor people, but in America, most of the black people are poor. Anyways, all I'm saying is Meghan clowned. She got her revenge. It was benign. It wasn't as nasty as everybody was saying it was. And all she was saying, she wasn't attacking the family. She was attacking the institution because she's smart. Some of it she didn't have to say. Why talk about a family member and say that this family member said this about my baby and then not bring up to say who said it? That was messy. You should have kept that to yourself either way. And you could have proved racism without even bringing up the skin color thing. And that was only one of her only main points, was that somebody talked about her son in a way that she felt uncomfortable with. Them intentionally putting hate towards or the British people and the British press, they were, like if you compare Meghan to what they were saying about Kate, they were, giving negative connotations to any intent or endeavor that girl pursued. So yeah, that's why, it does seem, a little bit biased. Okay. And let's call it that, unconscious bias. That's a Starbucks word. We can call it unconscious bias because that's kind of what it was, is that, people are inherently racist and don't understand that they are doing, saying, and acting in a way that's oppressive, including her like not being able to have security. The thing about her son not having a title, her son's not going to get a title until he's older, and until his granddad is king. Also, the rules have been bent for somebody who has inherently um, inherited being in the spotlight, like Harry. He should have security. I'm wondering why they didn't give him security. Is it because he's married to Meghan and they didn't want her to have security? And why not? Why not give her security? Or why not use Harry's security for his entire family? It doesn't make sense to me. Make it make sense. Anyways, so yeah, kudos to her for clowning, because yeah, make that make sense that they wouldn't give even Harry, security, because it would be security for him and his wife. I had a friend who was like, she had a friend. I have a friend. She was in a relationship with a guy, and their parents were sort of racist. He owned the house that his grandmother left for him. They sort of needed help saving the house, and his parents wouldn't save the house because his wife was black, and so they wouldn't save the house for him. And so yeah, they purposely did something dirty to their son in order for her to not get any of the benefits. And I kind of feel like that with Harry and Meghan. They did that to him, and he's getting the brunt of it because his wife's, I mean, I don't know, I'm just speculating, but because, his wife is Meghan Markle. Straight up. So you do with that as you will. Okay. I don't think they're intentionally being like, you nigger this, nigger that type of racist. It's just inherent. They don't see a lot of black people. I mean, do you see a lot of black people in a monarchy? No, you don't. It's just a bunch of white people, and it's not an exclusive club. But it ain't inclusive either. You know what I mean? All right. Well, so I hope that works out for you. Anyways, good luck, Megan. This is the I Am Tarot. You can go to www.theIamtarot. You can also go to Facebook and book yourself a reading. Also, I'm going to start announcing things are in the works for a music festival, and I'm going to start announcing those things. But please go check out Shut Up and Dance. We're going to be doing Shut Up and Dance in the mountains in Colorado at a place called, why is it overheating? At a place called Electric Mountain Lodge. So Shut Up and Dance is going to take place there. Please go and take a look at Shut Up and Dance on Facebook and also Instagram. Shut Up and Dance. It is a part